We will link with Alex and Marisa. I am your host today, Maria Luisa, and we're going to talk about the Golden Cage Syndrome. And Alex and I, we have a collaboration, and it was very nice to meet her some time ago. And it just worked from the very beginning. The chemistry was wonderful, and we decided
From the very beginning, exactly.
What is serious. So maybe Alex, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you and welcome everyone. We're really happy to start our series of LinkedIn Lives. Every month we're going to talk about how to change your life and how to level up your life. I'm a positive energy coach and also somebody who has worked in Fortune 500s and also lots of small companies. And together with Maria Luisa, who is also an expert in psychology, we are going to share great mindset hacks. So the word is back to you.
Yes, and as you know, I am a trainer, a coach, focused on neuroscience and physiology, and I help people and companies to change from the inside out. And I'm also a sketch note author, as you may have seen. So today we have a very interesting topic, which is the Golden Cage Syndrome. And we want to explore together what is this and how many people suffer from that and what we can do about. So maybe, Alex, you can tell us what is the Golden Cage Syndrome?
Yes, a very, very interesting topic. And by the way, dear viewers, if you have anything, any question or any wish in terms of how we can explore more in this topic, please leave us a comment in the message box that is provided by this streaming software. So, the Golden Cage Syndrome. It is basically that unfulfilling feeling of something is missing from your life. You feel kind of trapped in a seemingly perfect situation. Might be your job, might be your private life, might be something that to the outside looks perfect. You feel trapped and you feel something is missing, you feel unfulfilled, and you feel, okay, in your day-to-day life, you get up and you don't feel purpose. So that's the phenomenon. Now we're here to dig a little bit deeper, and we're doing that for a reason, because what we're doing as well is we're launching this month actually a really great course, and you can we will link it afterwards in the LinkedIn post of this stream. We will link the free overview course. Have a look, please, dear listeners. This is a course that will give you all the tools to get out of that trap. And the Golden Cage Syndrome is called Golden Cage because you feel blocked in your life. You feel like you can't get out of it. It's something that many, many people experience it without having a way to put a name on it, right? And it actually hinders many people from realizing the life of their dreams.
Now, it sounds like a contradiction. There is a kind of discrepancy between the appearance of comfort, which is outside there, and the discomfort and unfulfillment they experience, right?
Exactly. And that is the thing. It's kind of a dilemma. To the outside and even to yourself, this phenomenon of the Golden Cage Syndrome looks like, but hang on, why am I not feeling fulfilled? Everything seems perfect. So let's give some examples. So, for example, you might have a fantastic job with a fantastic pay, with great perks, with great colleagues, with great missions and projects, but still, in your day-to-day life, you're not kind of feeling that's it. You don't have passion for it. You're feeling you have to really try hard every day to motivate yourself, and now this is actually a telltale sign. The worst thing is that you keep having that talk to yourself, that how do we call this? It's this internal voice that you hear the whole day, that you try to convince yourself that actually everything is fine, that you shouldn't complain. So this is what we call the self-sabotaging talk, or the negative self-talk. And in our course, we explore those. They are actually the blockers. And this is where it gets interesting, because it's all about self-awareness and that kind of realization that it's you yourself that is blocking yourself in that golden cage. And do you remember, Maria Luisa, in our course, we explored some of these self-limiting beliefs that are actually holding us back. Like, for example, my favorite one that everyone knows is, you can't have everything in life, right?
Yes. Yes, you have to decide. You have to make choices. Yeah, and this is very personal because it's attached to your personal experiences and habits and self-beliefs. But it's not true. It's created. It's invented by our mind.
Yeah. Now, this golden cage actually, it's a fascinating thing because it's reinforcing itself through that self-limiting talk that we have with ourselves. So another good example would be to say, okay, life of my dreams. Yeah, I have that dream, but it's probably not for me because life of your dreams, that's only for the rich.
Yes,
That
that's
kind of
right.
thing.
And
And people know that.
you know what? What I think with that is it's associated because it's called golden. It's not an ordinary cage. It's a golden cage because it's associated with that material comfort. And in fact,
Exactly.
there are so many famous personalities and people that although they have everything. I recall, for example, Whitney Houston or Princess Diana or maybe even Britney Spears. So they live a life where you would say, "Oh, I would give a leg to live that life."
Yeah, to the
They're,
outside it
they're
looks like
profoundly unhappy, and so this is the kind of a contradiction. And even in that case, that those people may think they don't even deserve being unhappy because apparently they have
ah,
everything
yes.
what is necessary to have a really happy life. So they don't even dare to 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 think they don't have the right to be unhappy. Something like
That
that.
is another one. Yeah, that's a strong one because this kind of feeling of guilt, when that sets in, it becomes really, really difficult. As you just outlined, I mean, there might be also celebrities that are really happy, but let's take that examples of unhappy celebrities or people who have everything, who are really, really, who shouldn't be complaining. Even now, I say it, and that societal belief, that social representation is always, well, we shouldn't complain because we have such a great life. And that's the part of golden. And it's so nice to explore that because golden means you feel in comfort, you have everything in life, and then that self-guilt comes in and like, I shouldn't be complaining, should I? And also societally, it's very interesting because you feel guilty in terms of your entourage. You feel guilty because you feel, oh, what might the others think if I give everything up? What might they think? And that's a typical one as well. And we feel, oh God, I can't possibly give that good job up. What will people say?
Yes, of course, and it's very individual. So what you go back here is that happiness is not depending on any material achievements or financial or social status or things like that. So it's depending on us. We make it happen.
We
And
create
I'm
it.
here with you. I mean, it can manifest in different ways, like family constraints or social pressure, even that can create that cage around us.
Yeah.
Um, what could be some of the things that you would say people can do to break free from the golden cage?
And this is where our course comes in, doesn't it? In our course, we are talking about really easy but powerful mindset habits that can actually teach you self-awareness. Because remember, we talked so much in our course, and by the way, dear viewers, our course is so easy to consume. It's only 15 minutes every day. It's called Power Minutes because we kept the videos of the course really short, only 15 minutes per day. In those 15 minutes, we teach you how to have the self-awareness of realizing that negative self-talk or that self-sabotaging elements of every day, because some of that is programmed. It's kind of so deeply in your unconscious we don't even realize it anymore. I can talk of my own experience. Sometimes I just feel so ingrained in my daily patterns that I don't realize that this is what keeps me from advancing.
That's true. I mean, 90% of the thoughts we have are repetitive, and most
Yeah.
of them are negative. Not just because we're so pessimistic, but it's by everybody's statistics. So if you continue feeding that thought, so you're gonna stay the same, an
Yeah.
unhappy person, creating the same life that you don't like. So I think really everything starts for me also with self-awareness, and also um, also another point I would also recommend is because this is linked to many times to work, to material belongings, to have a more clear separation between work life and personal life.
Hmm.
So, but for this, you have also to step back and to observe yourself with more awareness.
Exactly, the self-awareness, and that's so hard. Like when I started to work on myself, on self-awareness for myself, I realized that actually everyone says, "Yeah, I'm self-aware," but actually, no. Once we get to know our patterns of thinking, well, I would call it for myself almost in the subconscious, because to really explore your subconscious is really hard. I leave that to the professionals who work with, for example, I can think of what the school that you're coming from, they are really working with some subconscious, aren't they?
Of course, yes,
Yeah.
because it rules 95% of our behavior. Even the most conscious person that may say, "I'm conscious all the time," this is not true. I mean, marketing, neuromarketing knows this very well. They're driving
Exactly.
our behavior, that we buy the things, advertising. So all
Yeah,
those things. So
works with that.
most of decisions are subconscious, and it's not a bad thing at all. But not
It's not
all.
a bad thing, exactly.
Yes,
But
it's not
like
all good.
for the work that we're doing in this course now, I think what we're trying to do is we're getting to the stage before the subconscious, is to at least get aware of what we're doing in our daily lives, the habits that we can observe. Because as I learned from you, the subconscious we can only access, it's almost before we get into dreams, into sleep. What I learned is also, the stage between being conscious in the day and sleep, that is the transfer over to the
The difference,
subconscious, and that
yeah.
is really hard. You have to, that's another level, I guess, for
Yeah,
consciousness work.
this is yeah. Oh, it takes the scope of these 15 minutes because we're
Yeah.
almost at the end. And I think one important thing also to break through the golden cage syndrome is to reconnect with the things you really enjoy,
Ah,
because
yes.
those people, they have unlearned to do things that they really like, because they
Mm.
are more like, I should do this, I need to do that, I don't deserve. So connect with one of the things that you enjoy, that maybe having meeting your friends, or cooking, or doing some hobby, or whatever it
Yeah.
is, doing nothing maybe for some.
Because you said another powerful self-sabotaging belief is "I don't deserve." And dear viewers, please leave us a comment if you'd like us to do another LinkedIn Live on the imposter syndrome, because so many of us are blocked by "I don't deserve" beliefs. Of course we deserve. I mean, happiness and living a life of your dream is for everyone. So that's another strong self-sabotaging belief.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, I mean, we all have experienced moments where we feel like we're trapped in the constraints of our environment on our life, and we all have our strategies. And maybe some of us have said, as you said, mentioned before, I cannot have everything, so we
Mm.
resign. We really think that's the maximum I can reach in
Yeah.
my life, and happiness, and I should be happy because there are so many people that have less than me.
But
But
in
you know,
reality, it's the kind of resignation, actually. And that
yeah,
is, for me, that's now my personal take on this. I think this is sad, because we should all have the chance. It's a democratic one. We should all have the chance to follow whatever we have been dreaming of when we were tiny, when we were children. So why should this be reserved to a few in society?
absolutely. I completely agree with you. And there are ways that you really can explore what is your passion, how to put it into work, how to live it. It's not. It's some work. You have to invest on that, because many people don't know what they like. They think what they like is what other people like, or what the environment expects from them.
Yeah,
So they behave really conditioned by the environment and the people around them, and the expectations of
exactly.
society. So they never took the time to explore themselves, what they really want, what they truly are. So it's not that easy for most of the people. Some people,
Mm.
they know it since childhood, and then it takes some effort to put it in a way that you can manifest, that you can live it.
And this effort, we want to take you on a journey. And for that one, we're going to leave the link to the free course. Check that out, dear viewers, because I think the free course gives a good overview of all the techniques we will teach. And then you can decide if you're ready for that journey, because obviously we need to have self awareness that you're ready. So that is the first step.
So I know we're coming to the end of today's very short session. I hope you enjoyed, and we're looking forward to meet you next time. Alex,
Yes,
you want
thank
that?
you for listening in, and leave us comments, even in the LinkedIn post if you like, for future topics you would like to hear. Thank you.
Bye bye.